Abhira Said Freelancing Wali, and I am a level 1 student at Rehan School, Islamabad campus. Today we are honored to have with Sir Abdul Kalam, and we will learn about her inspiring journey. So first of all, Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
Walaikum salam. I'm good. What about you?
I am also good. So, sir, my first question from you is, please, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Abdul Kalam Jan, and I'm a software engineer. I started my journey in 2019 as a mobile app developer and AI engineer. And after that, I launched my own firm, which is called ITians, which is a freelancing firm for anybody who can join it. I started in 2021 as a firm, as ITian. And after that, we led a campaign which is called Freelancing Army for Pakistan, and we started initiating training and skills program across the Pakistan, but inside the rural areas, which led us to more community. So we launched many interventions and also received many kind of projects. We shared the project with the freelancers, and even we trained the freelancers to become top 1% of their skills in their own field. That's the short introduction of myself.
Okay, that's great. Sir, please, what type of apps have you worked on its past 5 years?
Well, I have worked multiple type of apps, especially in social media type of apps, and also AI engineering apps, content generation apps. I also work in fintech, especially in crypto exchange. I developed app on the blockchain. So pretty much all sectors I have covered in my 6 years of experience in app development. So I can literally develop any kind of app. I guess I lost you. Hello.
Yes, please continue. You
Yeah.
are giving your answer. Please continue. Yes.
Where we left, because I think I lost you in their last minute.
Okay, that's great. Sir, you're very good answer. Forgive me. My next question from you is, which project are you most proud?
Sorry, I didn't catch your question well.
Okay, don't worry. I repeat my question. My question is that, which project are you most proud of and why?
Do you mean tech stack, technology? Your voice is pretty much distorted, I guess.
No project, project.
Projects, okay. So there are multiple projects, but I would say that I have developed one social media platform for opinion sharing platforms, and that is Earwing, which is live, by the way, and it's the first IQ sharing platform as a social network. And there are multiple products there already. And especially I have worked for a crypto exchange. That's also my good one. So there are plenty of there. And you can also visit my website to check it out. And the challenging one, I would say that special that I got challenges. It was offline GPS-based reporting app, which I developed in my early career for the sub-government department to to their agents, because their agent was their field agents were going into the field for reporting and collection, data collection, and there was no internet at all. So all the app performed with the GPS and offline. And later they are saying that was a great challenge for me in my early careers beginning.
Okay, that's great. Very good answer, sir. Give me, sir. Sir, my next question from you is, how do you approach new technology trends in mobile development?
Well, I usually take a few days to research for new technologies and new tools in market. And once something's caught my interest, I jump into it. And after reading their docs, I jump to the chat GPT or some AI tool to make it concise, quick start for me so that I can start working on it and see what's the maximum potential of that tool.
Okay, that's great, sir. You are very good answer for give me. My next question from you is, what the difference between a good app and a great app.
The number one difference I would say that it's performance. If it's faster and without any kind of hurdles, user are using it, it's a great app. But if the user are getting some barriers in it and it's like hard to use, it's not a good app.
Okay, that's great, sir. You are very good answer for giving me. Sir, my next question from you is motivate you to become a mobile app developer?
Basically, I would say the mobile is the most frequent device we human use often the time. It's pretty much in your hand for like more than 10 hours. So that's why I think it's a more reachability or reachable way to create something for users which can be helpful.
Okay, that's great, sir. Well done. You're very good answer for giving me and my viewers also. Sir, my next question from you is how do you ensure your apps are user friendly?
Well, there are plenty of research. I would suggest if somebody's going to learn a better UI UX, then you should jump into Google Material IO and also design. These are the huge research-based, UX-based design patterns. You can go there and you can learn about the most convenient designs there, and there are pretty much of rules and everything there. So that's the way of creating a better UX for your own app.
Okay, that's great, sir. My next question from you is please tell me what is the Android activity life cycle?
Sorry, you just asked for Android lifecycle.
Yes.
Uh, can you explain it more, please? I want to know what exactly you're asking.
Okay, don't worry. Explain my question. Can you explain Android and when to use them?
I'm not getting exactly the question. So, are you asking the Android apps or the iOS apps, or how the apps flows from the start to the end?
Yes.
Okay. So for both platform, pretty much the standards are same, but the life cycle sometimes it has a restriction from for the iOS apps. But here are the top down flow. The number one is the app launch. So when the app has been started, you should initialize everything, which means you need to work on your libraries and bundles and the data you should load at first, and then you should move to the next flow, which is the basically we call it user authentication flow. So once user is inside the app, you can navigate, you can do anything with that. So pretty much there are three main major states in app development. Number one is starting the app. Number two, maintaining the flow or current pipeline, and third is terminating the app or closing the app. So you need to maintain all these states, and there are different kind of strategies and patterns for these three type of states. There are pretty much more, but these are the basic ones.
Okay, that's great, sir. You are very good answer for give me. Sir, my next question from you is what is the difference between recycle view and list views?
Yeah, recycle view in the Android native development it was there, but I don't do native development, but I have the idea I used in my previous career. So recycle view basically recycles it. It has the limitations to optimize your device memory usage, which means if you have 100 type of items in your list, and so it won't be loading all the 100 at once. It will load only the items viewed at the screen. So that's how you can use the optimal stage of your recycle view. As per the list view loads all the data at once. So assume if you have more than 100 data to load in the list, then your app will take a lot of, your app will consume much more RAM than other apps, and the operating system will terminate your app will be crash. So that's how we call it in simplest memory management. So if you choose recycle view, then you will be doing your memory management, your app will be optimal.
Okay, that's great. Sir, my next question from you is what are the broadcast review in Android?
Sorry.
My question is that what are the broadcast review in Android?
Broadcasts are the events triggered by the operating system. So if any kind of events you want to integrate your own app, let's say if the phone battery dies from 10%, below the 10%, you should turn off the camera in order to save the battery. So you need to add a broadcast for the battery percentage listener. So whenever battery percentage is down by 1% or up by 1%, it will send a broadcast message to your app, and your logics will be performed there automatically. So you don't have to be listening 24/7 by consuming battery and RAM for that event. You just need to register your broadcast to the operating system. So that's the workflow of the broadcast system.
Okay, that's great, sir. My next, you're very good. Give me a very good answer. My next question from you is, how do you handle push notification in Android?
Push notification are event-based systems, and there are multiple type of it. But push notification system should be handled by operating system. It works on the device unique ID. So you can trigger push notification device to device, which means you don't need a server to perform that. You just need to integrate the APIs or the device ID, the strategies of the Google server. So it will trigger the notification for your device based on your settings or preferences. If it's high alert, it will turn on the light. If it's lightweighted, it won't be turning on the light. There are many kind of priorities we can set. So that's the basic notification flow.
You're a very good answer, sir. Give me. I am very happy. Sir, my next question from you is, what is the Jetpack Compose?
Sorry?
My question is that what is Jetpack Compose?
Jetpack is a library for all the dependencies we are using in the Android, especially their like bundles of Gradle and Groovy. So that is the total library for the components. Like if we are going to use the app bar in the app, so it comes from the Jetpack, and there are multiple other components and under libraries coming from that Jetpack repository. It's a basic centralized repository where everybody can jump into and launch their own plugins and etc.
Okay, that's great, sir. My next question from you is, how do you ensure Android application?
Ensure about what?
Android application.
Yeah, what kind of insurement you are asking? I don't get that. Ensure
Okay,
security,
don't worry, I
performance.
repeat
What?
my question, sir. My question is that how do you show Android application?
Your voice is distorted. I'm unable to answer it properly. So I guess if I'm
Yes, you are
right, that you
correct.
are asking how to ensure the Android app has performatic or security. I'm still confused in it.
Yes, you are correct. You are correct. Yes.
Okay, so ensuring the security and performance, there are multiple type of frameworks and strategies we need to take in action. For security, you should encrypt your data, the sensitive data inside the app. Let's suppose you are going to ask user for input like email and password or phone. You should encrypt it by using the cryptography's libraries. That's the step one. You need to make the security lineage there. Second, the data you are using inside the app should not be cached in your shared preferences data. If you store the sensitive data in your shared preferences, it can be taken out with other apps and your data will be leaked. And there are many security concerns you can work on in the Android OS. But as for the performance, I would say the caching is the best strategy you can use the shared preferences. But there is a security leak there, so you have to use the cryptography to protect the user data as well.
Okay, that's great, sir. You are very good answer. Sir, my next question from you is, how do you implement data in Android
Implement data, what kind of data? From the server or local?
server?
So basically, there are multiple ways, but most common ways these days are the RESTful APIs, which uses basically JSON data, like a JSON array or something. So you have to trigger the backend APIs with an endpoint using an HTTP client library. So you can use maybe like it was there are plenty much of it client libraries. I don't remember native for the Android, I guess, but there are in the Flutter there's a DO, HTTP, and other clients plugins are there. So you need to head on the API with the URL and pass some data in the JSON, and you will receive the data in the JSON. So that's the way of communication between the server. That's the top communication process we are having. But as the latest technology grows, there are multiple ways. There are sockets, which listens the data in the real time, and there's another pattern we are using, which is a GraphQL. Instead of using traditional RESTful APIs in MySQL database, we can use the GraphQL to directly query from your mobile app, which means you don't have to create RESTful APIs or communicate in JSON. You can directly query in the database with the GraphQL. So that's the most optimal stage for now for high complex apps, just like social media apps.
Okay, that's great, sir. Your very good answer. My next question from you is, what is the role of view mat model in Android?
I don't have it. I haven't heard it, I guess. So I don't know. Do you, Matt?
Okay, don't worry.
Mhm. Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead with the
Okay.
question.
Uh, okay. My next question from you is, what is the iOS apps life cycle?
Well, pretty much same. iOS lifecycle, you have to first get your entitlements done, which is your bundle identifier, which is unique key for your iOS, and then you have to register it with your own developer account or maybe the license of the developer. So that's the first step you need to do. But when the app is fired to open, then the first step is your entitlements, like your manifest file in Android, but in iOS it's info plist. That file has been triggered to know the app, which kind of storyboard you're going to be launched, and what kind of configurations are there. So after that, your code has been executed. Your code may be having in Swift, or you maybe have the C# code or the cross-platform apps. So then that will be executed. It can go to the splash screen or whatever the code you have performed there.
Okay, that's great, sir. Sir, my next question from you is, can you explain the difference between switch and object C?
Switch and
Switch and Objective C.
yeah, Swift is the programming language or programming framework especially launched by the Apple for the Apple products. So if you want to do the programming and development for the Apple, you have to learn Swift. It's the most convenient way of doing. But Objective-C is the programming language. I guess it was developed by Microsoft, and it's used widely in corporate and enterprise solutions. So that's the another way of doing in programming for the Apple. But that's not native solution, which means somehow, somewhere, the Objective-C will cause some performatic issues, or maybe the latest updates of iOS won't be supporting a newly introduced features and widgets of the hardware. So that's the disadvantage using the C# instead of Swift.
Okay, that's great, sir. Sir, my next question from you is, please tell me what is ARC and IOST?
ARC IOST.
Yes.
So ARC is a different we say in our terms, but I'm not getting exactly what you are asking here.
Okay, that's great. Don't worry. My next question from you is, how do you manage memory in iOS application?
The pretty much answer will be the same as I did for Android. Instead, memory adding a huge data, loading the huge data in your code or also in the database, you should go for the chunks like modules and try to load only data which is relevant to the screen instead loading all the data for required for the app. So you can use asynchronous process for that one, and you can use the streams and listeners, but I would suggest load only the data which is required. Like there are only 5 or 6 items needs to be addressed, then you should load only that one.
Okay, that's great, sir. My next question from you is, what is core data and how is it used?
Uh, which data?
Core data. Core data.
Core data. So code data about what? I'm not getting exactly what kind of data you're asking code data for.
Okay,
Are you
that's
seeing
great.
database at the server?
No, database.
Yeah, the database are there are two types of database we can use, which is SQL and NoSQL. Which SQL means relation database with the tabular form, and NoSQL is basically multi-dimensional JSON array. We can use it on the device or also on the server. The server data is much reliable because it persists. If you are going to use the data on the mobile, the app will be installed and data will be lost.
Okay, that's great, sir. You are very good answer. Forgive me. I am very appreciative for you, sir. My next question from you is: please tell me, how do you sorry? Yes. How do you implement notification in iOS apps?
Basically, implementing notification, you have to configure it from the App Store console first, their environment like sandbox and production. Then you have to generate APN tokens, and via the APN tokens, you can send the HTTP request to send a notification to the iOS.
Okay, that's great, sir. Sir, my next question from you is: how do you test iOS application?
Nest.io.
I'm sorry. How do you
Uh,
test? How do you test iOS application?
for the testing, there are multiple platforms and tools we can use. Number one are just hold a second. I will be back. Just hold a second.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. The testing platforms. So about the testing, we use tools like Selenium and widget testing or component testing structure. And there are mock drills or maybe there are many tools, but mostly I use is like we can say the Selenium and also the mock drills test. So that's the common thing we do, and I would do mostly the cross-platform app with Flutter, and that's where we use widget testing.
Okay, that's great, sir. Sir, my next question from you is: how do you manage depends in iOS apps?
Manage iOS app for
Sorry, how do you manage depends in iOS apps?
dependencies, you mean?
Yes.
So dependencies can be added from the Swift package manager. As for Android, it's Gradle manager, Groovy manager, and this iOS, it's a Swift package manager.
Okay, that's great. Sir, my last question from you is: how do you publish? How do you publish an apps on the Apple App Store?
For the publishing of Apple App Store, you have to buy the Apple Developer account, which costs you around $100 per year. That's a single individual account. You have to first apply for developer program. They will approve and provide you an account. After that, you need iPhone. You need an Apple device, Apple laptop. From then, you can generate a new test flight like Apple's app, and then you have to push the your app built by the Xcode. From the Xcode, it will be uploaded to your account, and from the account, you can configure and publish it further.
Okay, that's it. Sir, my time is finished. Please give me on one advice for people.
Well, I would suggest in any kind of field, there is only one major thing which everybody should focus on, that is communication skills and also the sales skills. If you aren't good enough to communicate properly, to explain properly, then you won't be able to get 100% share of the benefits from it. So that's what I say.
Okay, sir, you are very thank you. You are give me very precious in your time. So, my advice for you is don't waste your time because time is very precious in your life. And sir, thank you. You are giving precious time. So, this was our interview with Abdul Kalam. I hope you like it. Take care and Allah Hafiz. Pakistan Zindabad. Rehan School Zindabad. Allah Hafiz,
Allah
sir.
Hafiz.